Good morning, students. I thank you for your cooperation to proceed our classes. With your cooperation, we completed many chapters, and recently we completed the chapter from your supplementary book, The Midnight Visitor. So today I came with another chapter, a new chapter from your the main book, that is The First Flight. You just have a look here, The First Flight. And the name of the chapter is Two Stories About Flying. Actually, see here, two stories about flying. So you can easily understand that there are two stories in the chapter. So for today, we'll discuss only the first part, right? The second part, we'll leave it for the next class, right? In the first part, there is a story called His First Flight. Actually, the entire entire story deals with a seagull. There was a seagull and who was very afraid to fly. And the other, he even saw his siblings, like the younger siblings who all were younger to him. They all flew along with their parents. But this seagull was afraid to fly, and he could not fly. He always used to live in his nest, waiting for his mother and father for the food and all. But finally, what happened? This mother, seagull's mother, played a trick and made the young seagull to fly. So this is all about the chapter, and the basic of the chapter is like as human beings, as all of us, right? We have a tendency. We never want to be the first, right? We never step first. We always wait for someone to come, and we try to follow the other people, right? And taking the first step is very much important in our lives. We should not get scared of taking any type of decisions, right? The result may come correct or wrong. That's something different. As I told you many times in the class, that try and fail but never fail to try, right? At least if we try, something will definitely come to us, right? So we might fail somewhere, it's okay, but we have to try at any cost, right? So this chapter basically deals with the fear, how the fear never allows us to step anywhere, and we always have to win over the fear and proceed towards success, right? So hope that you will understand the chapter along with this introductory video. I uploaded the story, right? This time I went something differently. Please go through it. Hope that you will understand the chapter, and along with the chapter I'll be asking you a few questions, and I request you, please go through the answers and write all these answers by Sunday evening and submit me. And thank you all. Have a good day. Good morning, students. During my introductory video, I told you that I'll come today with a new new chapter, because the previous topic that we already completed. So today I came with a chapter. The chapter has two parts. So today we'll be discussing only the first part. Actually, the chapter name is The Two Stories of Flying, and I selected the first part, His First Flight, for today, right? So I divided the chapter into three categories. You can just see here, the first part will deal about the writer, and the second part will talk about the introduction of the chapter, where certain values will be highlighted, bringing the concept from the chapter. And the third part is very simple, that is the summary of the chapter. You can come and see on the screen, this is the summary, right? So I'll be going a bit slow so that you also can read along with me and try to understand in a better way. Let's come to the first part now, that is about the author. So let's read it first. Liam O. Flaherty, he is from Ireland, who was born on 28 August 1896 and died on 7 September 1984, was an Irish novelist, short story writer, and major figure in the Irish literary Renaissance. He served on the Western Front as a soldier, the Irish Guards, and was badly injured. After the war, he was a founding member of the Communist Party of Ireland. It talked about a bit about the writer, right? Let's go to the introduction now. I'll just read it for you, and please read it along with me so that I'll get enough time. I'll be giving you time to read the slide. The story by Liam O'Flaherty is an account of a young bird that is afraid to fly for the first time. He believes that his wings would not support him, despite his younger siblings flying fearlessly with much shorter wings. He could not gather the courage to do the same. He was punished to stay hungry if he did not try. Thus, it was his mother that compelled him to fly by using food as a trap. The lesson reflects how one hesitates to take the first step and that fear is all in the mind. One should trust one's abilities because the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. Now, the introduction told us about the story where how a little bird tried to fly for the first time and was afraid to fly, and as I told you in the class many times, there's a statement called like try and fail but never fail to try. Actually, if we try and fail, no problem at all, but if we fail to try, we cannot achieve success in our lives, right? So same thing had happened. The bird did not try at all, but the mother especially focused on the young seagull and provided a space so that he can fly. So that is all about the story. Actually, basically the chapter tells us, this line will tell you about the chapter. The lesson reflects how one hesitates to take the first step and that fear is all in the mind. See, always we do not be the first. We do not don't want to be the first. So always we follow the other people. So some people like us, we follow the other people, but we do not step for the first time. And the chapter talks about we must come out of that kind of fear of losing certain things, try to face the challenge and should be the first to step to go somewhere and start something new so that we achieve success in our lives, right? So this is all about, this chapter talks about our behavior and how can we change ourselves to achieve success in our life, right? Let's go to the summary, as by now you got to know a bit about the story. It is all about a young seagull, right? Let's know about the story more. This is the summary. I just picked a few lines so that you understand the chapter in a better way. So the story, let me read it first for you. The story, his first flight by William O. Let me read it. The story, his first flight by William O. Flaherty, is about a young seagull who is afraid to fly. All his other younger siblings, despite their much shorter wings, flew fearlessly, while he could not gather the courage to trust his own wings. See, it talked about even his younger ones, seagulls younger ones, they could fly, but this seagull could not fly because of the fear that he had inside him. The young seagull became sad when he saw his parents perfecting his younger siblings in the art of flying. The parents were teaching the younger siblings, but he could not fly because of his fear, right? Now his parents were parents criticized him for his unwillingness to come out of that as and fly. So again, the line is written here. His parents scold and taunt him for not even trying, then even call him a coward. Even parents called that young seagull a coward because never tried. So as I told you, try and fail but never fail to try. We always should try, then only we can achieve success. They tell him a lot to at least try, and also threaten him to leave him alone and hungry if he does not. Like, the parents, even like, the mother and father of the young seagull already warned the young seagull, if the young seagull, he doesn't try, then definitely they will not be giving him anything, and he will die of starvation. The following day, he is left in isolation, and upon feeling hungry, he tries to seek the attention of his family members. Only his mother, who is withering a fish in an attempt to eat it, notices his son. Actually, all the other, like his siblings and his father, they were like busy somewhere, and mother's affection and love towards children. And he saw that mother was looking at the young seagull. Even mother was asking the young seagull to come out of the edge and fly, but the young seagull did not have the courage to fly. Now what happened, how actually here you'll get to know how mother played a trick to make this young seagull fly, right? You'll get to know. That is what about the story. The young seagull cries out of starvation, hoping his mother would help. On seeing his mother come to him with the fish, he gets excited. But on noticing that his mother stopped midway, he gets maddened out of hunger and takes a dive at the fish, forgetting for a moment that he is afraid to fly. Now what happened? He was hungry, and the mother came near to the young seagull, but the mother did not go to the seagull and provided food over there, right? So mother stopped before reaching the place where the young seagull was waiting for his mother, that the mother will come and give him food. But mother was so tricky, and she did not go near to the young seagull and gave the fish, and asked to dive from the edge of that. It's a type of like, you try, then only you'll be able to eat this. And after that, what happened? Hunger, he had to jump, so he was he forgot that he was afraid to fly. Now what happened? Finally he took his first flight. All the family members celebrate his victory by cheering and dancing around him. He also attempts at floating in the sea that he was once afraid of. Thus he overcomes his fear and realizes that it is all in the mind. Now what happened? As soon as the young seagull came out of the edge and dived for the fish, then he fell down on the water, and somehow all the family members came and instructed how to swim, and finally the young seagull could swim successfully, right? So this chapter basically talks about, right, we should not have a type of fear to step out for the first time. We always should have the courage to face any type of challenges. So we should not wait for anyone to go and to follow them. Always be the first in our lives to towards success. So the chapter talks basically about that, and hope that you understood the chapter. And along with this chapter, I request you to go through it. You read that portion, only the first portion you have to read, his first flight, because this chapter consists of two stories. So today we'll discuss only the first part. So read this once, read the chapter, and along with this video I'll be sending a few questions, and I request you to write these answers, whatever the questions I'll send. Write these answers by tomorrow evening and submit me. Tomorrow means as Sunday, so tomorrow evening, and submit, and hope that with your cooperation we can proceed our classes like the same way, and we can achieve our target in time. I thank you again, and wish you all a good day. Stay home and